Hey, get a horse racer really fast. That was a good introduction. What's your
everybody, and welcome back to the program. Yes, of course, it's Chat Havers tonight. And who is here? Well, let's just say he's sort of a whole different guy. Yes, it's waifu Stefan Hack. How are you, man?
I'm good. Hello. I know. No, I. Okay.
Hold on.
I can go get the costume on.
Yeah, go get the costume, man. You're going to
Oh, they hear me twice. Oh, you know what? I know the problem. One sec.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, no.
Problem solved.
Everything's fucked up.
Problem solved.
Okay, problem solved.
Oi!
Problem solved, right?
Problem solved.
Go change into it, Stefan.
It looks like I'm hanging out with you in person.
I know, isn't that cool? It's like, whoa, man. Isn't that cool? It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
Yeah.
man. So you're gonna.
Yeah.
Luke's mic is off. Awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're really quiet. You're like so quiet. I thought maybe it was a bit.
No, it's not a bit. It's just, and this does not prove Demi's point. All right.
All right, Light Leaks. I want to say I think I solved the issue because I muted myself. So I was also the cause of the problem too. But.
It's coming in really quiet here. Test.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
I got a new snack.
Thing. Test. There we go.
Poptastic.
Now it's going to be way too loud, so turn it. Yeah, okay, I think we're good.
Popcorn.
Well, fixed it. Please ban the phrase Demi was right. Look at, what is that? You're eating plastic chips?
No, it's so there's a chips company up here called Hard Bite.
Okay.
They make really good kettle chips, and they've just come out with their own popcorn. It's quite nice.
Wow, Poptastic. I thought it said plastic. Taryn,
No,
can you
it says
turn up the
Poptastic.
speakers a little bit? Or
Own
on the
your pop. Own your pop.
Own your pop.
Yeah, it's when I tell my dad he stinks.
Yeah. Your dad stinks? Stefan's quiet.
Am I quiet?
No, it's not your fault. It's my fault. Everything's fucked.
Hold on. Wait a second.
You actually might be a little quiet. Actually, turn them up in Discord too, Tanner.
I wonder if the video call
Right.
is like auto adjusting me. No, it should be fine.
No, I've got you in Discord.
Oh no, it is. It is. I think the video call has auto gain control on, even though I'm muted.
Oh, so it's freaking you.
I'm watching it as it. So what I can do instead of muting myself is I can just go no audio.
And can I just say something? Can I say something to people that are watching along at home that are like, "Oh, Demi's right. Luke can't figure it out. Luke doesn't understand." Look at all this shit.
Man, it's hot.
It's crazy.
Look at all this
It's crazy.
shit.
You have all those wires. You have a couch.
Look at all this shit. Thank you so much. Hated Prime sub. Thank you so much. Luke is not being pranked, and thank you, Rich Gerald. All right, Stefan, are you gonna throw it on, or are we gonna, or no? I mean, it's up to.
Oh no.
Oh, you're not.
I'm done with that right
Oh,
now.
okay, you're done with that. So now we're getting.
I just want to wear some short. I mean, look, the dress is very comfortable, but I want to cover up my shoulders. You know, put some shorts on. So.
What does that mean, you think? First time chat, Garaka, Lord of Ice and Frost, and he just said Garaka.
I know Garaka. What's up, Garaka?
Is that sort of his character? Is that from something?
He's the Lord of Ice and Frost. So.
Right. What's up, Garaka?
Yeah. How's it going?
Now
you don't want to get on his bad side.
Yeah,
let me tell you that.
Well, he's the Lord of frickin' Ice and Frost. Methinks I will be going from a careful distance away. You know?
And yeah, he can be a little cold when you first meet him.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want him to warm up because then he'd lose kind of his whole thing. You know what I mean?
That would kill him. Yeah.
That would kill him. That would kill him, man.
Yeah.
Well, Stefan, we're talking about something tonight, and I think we should just get into it because this is something I didn't really want to talk about. I find it very stupid, and that is really rich coming from me. So that's what's interesting about this. Tonight we're talking about sports cards, and I'm not going to go full sports ball on you, but I mean, I get it. Like, it's not for me, but I understand the appeal of sports. But what is the appeal of collecting little pictures of them? I mean, can you kind of explain that in a nutshell?
For me, it sort of became a huge autistic fixation during the pandemic.
Gotcha.
And it started out with basketball cards, and then I was like, I don't even really like basketball that much. Plus, these are way too expensive.
Right.
So I moved on to hockey cards because I'm like, well, I know hockey.
Right. And it's cheaper because less people care.
It's cheaper because no one cares about hockey.
Yeah, yeah.
And I also, I mean, I think you know this. I'm in an insane hockey pool, like a keeper league, and it's basically taken over my entire life.
Is that like fantasy?
It's like fantasy, except you like keep most of your team year over year, and you like draft like the players that were drafted that year, and you have like a farm team.
Whoa! So it's now see, okay. So now we've gone back into the world of something like, to me that makes sense. Sure. Like I get that side of it because it's like I get like basically video gamifying it, and you like are. But then that's the thing, if you could play some sort of facsimile of hockey with the cards, but they're just cards.
They're just there. Yeah. So the guys I collect now, I'll collect like players from like the Vancouver Canucks, which is the team that I like.
Right.
Or players that I have on my fantasy team. And it's literally just to have their, like I just had, I mean, I've got a couple of them right here in front of me.
Let's show them off. I'd like to see a rare one. Oh God, they're graded. Sure. Jesus Christ.
I do get. It's fun getting them graded. That's the other thing. Sending them in to get graded and then getting the box back and opening the box.
Yeah,
oh my God.
It's like a surprise.
But this is my favorite young player on my team. This is Leo Carlson of the Anaheim Ducks. Kind of a local team, sort of.
Yeah. And it's a 10
card. It's a 10. It's
How about now?
10. We
put that shit up on eBay. How much that gonna sell for, Stefan? How much we going for this one?
Like $100 maybe.
Yeah, that was really worth the grade. Okay, so I mentioned this on your stream, and I want to bring this up now. So I, for a couple years, was remotely editing like content for a sports collectible startup.
Yes, I'm so glad. Oh my God. Yeah.
And it was sort of like really like it kind of felt like it was almost like a Dante's Inferno style punishment for me, because it was the best. It was the best paying job I had doing anything in film or television related. Like I was editing shit. I was like, cool, I'm using my skills, but it required me to interface with. Because here's the thing. Here's what I wanted to get into. So, okay, really quick before I get into this. Collectible is a service.
By the way, great name to like look up online.
Yeah, awesome. So much SEO with collectible.
Worst possible name
Fucking
you could
idiots.
choose.
So it's or imagine this. Imagine
that's like if you invented some sort of like app for farms and you just called it Farm.
Yeah. Right. And then it's like, why can't anyone find our farm app? It's called Collectible, Ken Contra. You can look it up. So what it is,
here's the website.
Imagine if you were so stupid and so poor, but all you wanted in the world was a rookie Michael Jordan card. This company says, well, you're stupid and poor, but what we can offer you is owning 0.001% of a Michael Jordan rookie card whose price value will fluctuate based on the market. So essentially, it's like, you know how stocks are bullshit? Well, those are kind of based on companies. We're going to go even one step further and base it on sports collectibles in an extremely volatile market that eventually did crash. So
it crashed big time.
Big time.
Like, and there's definitely still expensive cards out there, and like stuff is still expensive, but like in like the height of the pandemic, it was like fucking crazy.
I think it was like 10 times up or something insane.
Oh my God.
And
nuts. By the way, I'm on the website. It says they're a leading pioneer of fractional ownership.
Yeah, fractional ownership. That's right. They're like one step away. It's like an NFT. They're like, you know how people hate NFTs? Well, what if there was a card sitting in like some guy's office in New York, and that made it feel
you couldn't
important.
even like look at it or anything.
No. You could look at a picture of it.
I did do JF and I did do NBA Top Shot because I had a friend who worked at the company. And
what is that?
I heard about it early on. It was fucking NFT. It was like NFT NBA trading cards.
Oh.
And it was before anyone really knew how fucking stupid NFTs were.
Mm-hmm.
And I managed to make like, I don't know, $600 off of it.
Jesus
and
Christ.
I was like, this is like the stupidest shit in the world.
Yeah, I remember
sucks.
that now. They did get in on it really early. Like that was crazy. Like they I feel like they pumped those out before literally everyone knew. I think that's totally it. Yeah.
I did get the email about the class action lawsuit as well. So
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
So now this all brings me to my point, which is why I kind of despise this, because I was raised, I went to an all boys prep school. I've certainly had my fair share of jock friends, and I like jocks. Like I think they're usually funny because they like have a natural ability that they were given all the sort of praises society you want, which is like admiration from women, admiration from men, really across the board. If you're a jock growing up, you got it pretty made. So usually a lot of them have pretty good heads on their shoulders, and they're actually pretty chill if you get to know them.
Yep.
Now, guys that are into sports cards are like, what if the guys who like One Piece, instead they are as artistic neurodivergent about fucking sports, but they aren't good at sports usually. Maybe they're okay, but it's probably someone who learned pretty early on that he's not very good at sports. And so it's like a guy with the passion of a nerd, but for like the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
And
that's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I would see over and over. As I hosted many streams, tech directed many streams. It's for people who want to be referees, not players. Wibbity wabbity, that is exactly right.
Yeah.
And
again, I have it here in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'll just I'll pick it up and look at it.
Right.
And then I'll put it down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so, after about 2 years of getting on multiple times a week, these streams that were like market watch streams where I would get to interface with some of the sort of like, what if Richard Spencer looked way puffier looking ass guys I've ever had to interface with in my life, who own card shops in places like Tallahassee, Florida, and probably aren't very nice to their wife and kids. Talking to those guys, they basically, I don't even think really managed to learn my name, because that's the thing, is there guys that like think that they're jocks because they are in the sports cards world, but they have none of the riz, right? Like, yeah.
The card, like I watch. I mean, this is worse than I think buying the cards in the first place. But I'll watch like the card breaks and stuff, right?
The card breaks. I mean, I get it though, because it's hitting the dopamine.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Is like even if you're not in on the break, like seeing someone pull like a cool card is like, oh my god, this fucking rocks. I mean, that's why the other thing I pitched to you for the topic of this stream was Hearthstone. And you didn't even say no to that. You just sort of like glossed over it, which I think was the correct reaction.
Well, I think you said it right. It's because we were like, oh yeah, do you want to talk about the thing that you described as my least watched stream, which is you and I playing Hearthstone Battlegrounds, not interacting with the chat at all, and basically just sort of like saying numbers and names at each other for 2 hours until it was over. Yeah.
We should play that again, by the way.
I would love to. I mean, I certainly, and that's sort of why I feel comfortable kind of coming down so hard on this. Is because I have that dog in me. It's like I've shown my One Piece cards on stream. Like I'm no stranger to little pieces of fucking cardboard costing $75 just so you can look at a character you like. But I guess I don't get. It's hard to get it when it's just the card. Like, why wouldn't you buy like memorabilia or something?
I don't know.
You genuinely don't know.
Legitimately, I think what it is that like a graded card, like a PSA graded card, feels so nice to hold. I just don't know what it is, but it's like a good weight. It's light enough that I can lift it, obviously, but it feels kind of solid. I don't know. I think there is just something about like holding, like it just does feel nice to hold in your hand. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And to know that it was graded and look, it's a 10.
Right.
I mean,
right.
Unbelievable.
Did you
see
know
some
that
cards
there's
back there on the
services
shelf behind me as well?
Are they 10s? Bring them up, man. We got plenty of time here. Let's see them.
I can.
Let's bring them
up.
up.
Go get them?
Yeah, go get them.
Yeah.
We got a lot of time. We got a lot of sports card stuff to talk about tonight.
I mean, the other thing with cards is obviously like you're selling them too, and I've sold some cards before.
I get that. I get the idea of getting in on a market like that, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about guys who are like who literally go insane for the little like pictures. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I'm both. Like I do sell. I'll go grab. I'll
Yeah,
grab
go
some
grab them. Go grab them.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I think what it really comes down for me is there's no game component. I just don't really get that part. Like I get because as a guy who's like I'll go to a sporting event, but I'm not a big sports guy. I've never been really good in them, but it's like, okay, you're a guy who loves basketball. You play pickup basketball, you do NBA 2K, you go to games, and you have fun. Like, I get that. It's like you're seeing the pros play at a level that you'll never be able to play at, you know? But the cards are just little pictures of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then part of it is like the value of it too. Like in your head, you're like, oh, this is an investment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think. No, I just want to be very clear. I think you're describing the scam line that companies like
Correct.
Collectible say to people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I know it's not an investment.
Yeah, you do, right?
Yeah,
because I know my
pretty
One
much-
Piece cards aren't, even though they
Yeah.
feel like they are sometimes.
Pretty much like all the cards that I have are just like players I like for the most part, right? And then cards that I've like sold. It's because I've like opened a box of cards and gotten a really good card, and it's like, well, I might as well sell this. Like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
So you're
either
not
a player
holding
I
on
don't
to
really
them.
care about, or like their value is super high right now, so I should sell this now. Like I got a Connor Bedard autograph card like
Means
2 years
nothing
ago.
to me. Yeah. Who's that?
He's like a really, really good young hockey player.
Okay.
But it was when he was playing for Team Canada, so it was before he was in the NHL. Mm-hmm. So I sold it for like $1,200.
Wow.
Because I was like, let's just get this out of here because the value's gonna go down once his NHL stuff comes out, right?
Right.
So I'll do stuff like that, right? And then another, but I think there's just like it is nice just like having a stack of cards,
Yeah. I hate to say
I got
it, but
this one. I pulled this card myself, and I got it graded, and it got a 10.
all right.
And this is, I guess they would call them like case hits. You understand the concept of that?
Yeah, like how many you're like the idea of in a case there's a certain number of the really
There'd be,
rare
like,
ones.
one of these
yeah.
in an entire
They have
case
that in
of
One Piece too.
boxes,
Yeah.
So this is Allure, which is the new version of it's coming out tomorrow. I'm probably gonna buy a box, and they have a set of cards called 16-bit where it looks like they're in like NHL '94, and they're very like shiny and everything.
You know what the worst part of this is?
What?
I've been kind of trying to hold it in, but once you said it's about holding them, unfortunately something unlocked in my brain and I started to a little bit understand it.
Yeah, dude.
There's something
It's nice
about,
to hold it, and the light goes on it, and it like it's all shiny.
Oh man,
You get it, right?
I
And
unfortunately,
that's a great first time chat too. Yes. So
yeah. PSA is the gold standard.
PSA, and then I would say BGS, and I have a couple BGS cards here. So there's a BGS card right there. That's an autographed one as well.
I mean, I think that's what it. I think unfortunately what I realized is that I've only seen them online and I've never held them.
Oh, dude, holding a graded sports card. I love this one. This is one of my favorite players of all time.
Please.
And this is a card from like 2002. This is Ilya Kovalchuk. Look at this. Look at the color on this.
Wow.
Oh,
That
so
is really nice, and it's so great that you can see the brand Geico in the background as well.
That's right. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like an ad that will live forever. You know.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Do you now? I hockey is one I've been to. I grew up in sort of Ovechkin nation. I mean, when he was like really like the good part, and I went to a few Caps games and they're fun, but. I feel like hockey's something I wish I had done more. I think maybe we should go to a Kings game while you're here, man, if they're playing.
Man. If they're playing, I'm trying to think when is.
I would do that.
There might be a preseason game.
It'd be fun.
I mean, you should get to a game anyway because I think they're like they're like pretty cheap like compared to like the Lakers or whatever. Right?
I gotta be honest. The only way I really like going to sporting events is when I go like, so for example, when I go to Dodgers games, Katie's brother is as autistic about baseball as I am about all my shit. So I sit next to him and he just sort of rattles off stats and stuff, and I can really get into that. So I want to go with you because I want the person there that makes it as much like a video game as possible. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jakey and Pacoda, it's Mark Jackson, and I have that card. I don't know where it is right now.
What
it's
is
in a
that?
box somewhere probably. It's a Mark Jackson, just like base card from like, I don't know, whenever the Menendez brothers killings happened. But if you if you look in the background in the crowd, you can see the Menendez brothers sitting like front row, and it was like right after they killed their parents, and they're just in the background of the card. So you can get shit like that too, right? There's a baseball card. I forget what the guy's name is. I think it's Ripken. It's not Cal Ripken. It's another Ripken, I think. But he wrote "fuckface" on the bottom of his bat, and it's like visible on the card. Billy Ripken, yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I get that.
So you get stuff like that, you know?
I get that. I do get that. Well, people, now Robbie, one of our mods asked, what could people possibly call in about tonight? And that's a great question, which I'll address right now. What will people be calling in tonight? I want to, if you have some sort of weird obsession with sports cards or cards in general, I find this whole thing fascinating. I think it's because I've recently gotten so into One Piece cards. I think there is something that me and Stefan are two shades of the same color of guy in their 30s who starts indulging all their worst tendencies. White. Yeah, that's sort of, I realized how that sounded, and it is, that is, and it is what I meant. But I think there's a type of guy that hits 30 and goes, wait a minute, I've got a girlfriend, I've got stable income. I mean, why aren't I buying all the stupid bullshit I wanted when I was 12? I've
said this before, but if I had space, I would be like a model trains guy.
Yeah.
Like, no question.
You got that dog in you, man. I know I've sort of pieced this together about you. You got that real that baseline sort of you know, like
the dog that doesn't make eye contact with you.
You got that You got that dog in you. I got the dog that barks too loud about something that no one really cares about, but doesn't know really when to stop until people fully leave the room and he realizes he's not barking at anyone. Sorry, excuse me. All right, well, we got a call, if you can believe it, Robbie. So let's take this. Thank you, Scotty B. I sold my Steph GOK rookie card for $500,000. Oh, I also want to announce this here. I know a lot of the people watching were already watching the Go Off Kings, but confirmed, I will be doing Holly Luke Shape's official panel time at TwitchCon. I think live on the TwitchCon channel, featuring the Go Off, featuring all your faves, the Go Off Kings. Libtron, DBJ, Sushi Dragon, Everything Now Show, Derek and Drill. Kai Cenat will not be there, Tanner. And here's how I know that I have that dog in me. I kind of forgot you were there because I got so invested in this conversation about little pictures of cards that were, So we're doing the calls over Discord tonight because it's... He got it, man. We're doing the cards. We're doing it over Discord tonight.
Oh, Strawberry Tabby will be there. Yeah.
Strawberry Tabby. I saw her once. Do you remember when me and DBJ saw her?
Yes, I do.
Best day of my life. All right, here we go. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Hello.
How are you?
Hi, Spence.
Hi, Spence. How are you, man?
Talk. Oh, I'm good. I'm great.
Can you turn him up? Hold on, we're going to turn you up a little bit.
All right, let me move my mic right in front of my face. Is that good?
That's great.
That's good.
How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Oh, also Justin will be part of it. Spence, what are you calling in about tonight?
I wanted to talk about card shops because I've never been into sports cards, but
Spence, really quick, you've brought the mic, and I appreciate you brought it closer. Let's back it up like half an inch.
I'm gonna scream.
Either that or put the pop filter in, because you popping those peas.
Son of a bitch.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, is that good?
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to talk about card shops because I've never been into sports cards, but I grew up into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I got to see a lot of like card shops that were originally sports card shops.
Oh.
Like begrudgingly
Yes.
have to put out boxes for Yu-Gi-Oh, have to put out boxes for Pokemon and Magic and all of that, and just like these middle-aged, not older than middle-aged probably, but just men that had to kind of give up their
Yeah.
give up their hobby to
Yeah.
get that revenue in, and it's just it was like almost every shop in my area.
I totally know what you're talking about, and I think there's a golden age in like the late 90s, early 2000s where that shit was really getting started, where they were like, okay, so if we don't do this, we're going to close, because sports cards were at a low and other
Sports cards were dead.
They were
Like,
dead. I mean, they were kind of dead until the pandemic a little bit,
They
right?
were. It
Yeah.
pisses me off to look at like old videos of people like opening, like they'll open like, I mean, I don't know if this will mean anything to you guys, but like it'll be like a hobby box of like 2018-19 NBA Prism trading cards, which is like Luka Doncic's rookie year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, yeah, this is like $60,
Damn.
and those go for like $8,000.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's funny you mentioned that. There's yeah, Tanner, why don't you lay off him in the chat? He's just trying to have a nice time. I mean, now you're going to fight with the caller?
What?
He's talking back.
About what?
About you coming, you're coming for him. Spence, don't listen to him. He's a little nerd in his own way. There's a the sort of opposite of that. There's a card shop I really like by my house, run by two middle-aged Italian men who like have clearly at some point went through that, but now have embraced it, and then are like, yeah, we can't keep these One-Piece cards on the shelf. Let me know what you want, bud. I'll get you some pre-orders. And you're like, they clearly don't know anything about it, but they're just like, God damn, bro. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, it's
That's
good.
great. The shop I go to, I mean, I think it's been there for a while, but I only started going there like 3 years ago. But it's like a mix of everything, and they have enough people working there that they kind of all know. They'll have like a Pokemon guy, they'll have a Magic guy, they'll have a sports guy. You know?
Like the working there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I find that's true too. Like they know where the sausage is made, as it were. Does that make
right.
sense? I'm not sure that really
I love that
fits.
Spence is on the call.
Yeah, Spence
Threatening
is
to
also
kill Tanner in the chat.
right. That's great. That's what you want your audio engineer to be doing, is actively distracting the people that make the show happen from participating. So I'm really happy about that. Now, Spence, do you collect sports cards at all?
No. The closest thing I have is lamer than sports cards.
What sports
Okay.
cards?
It's lamer than sports cards.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of them, but I've bought Star Wars cards that you can get autographed.
I've seen
hits
those.
in 'em.
Yeah.
I've seen those cards. At my old job, I was telling a coworker about getting into sports cards and stuff. And he didn't like sports, but I knew he was a huge Star Wars fan, and I was like, yeah, there's this like website I'll buy like into breaks and stuff. And they do Star Wars cards too. And so he bought into a break, but it was one of those ones where it's like a box with like one card in it. And I think he got one of the little like pigmen.
Like a
one of the new
Gamorrean
movies.
guard. Yeah.
No, it was like a recent pigman, but it was like
Are you talking about
it's
Babu Frick?
No,
my
it was
God.
like a little short guy, but he looks like he was like an old pig. I think he was in.
from The Mandalorian.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Oh, oh my God. The little guy that the Mandalorian hangs out with at like the beginning of the first season. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and so he got an autograph card from him, and he was like, "Okay, I think I'm done with this now."
I actually, so I'm a nerd and I love the animated Star Wars Clone Wars.
Sure.
And so
Yeah.
I had picked up like a bunch of the Ahsoka Tano autograph cards from the animated series.
Mm-hmm.
And
You
then
horny for her? Is that why?
No.
Okay.
And then no. And then
Just asking.
It's okay if you are.
It's fine if you are. I mean, they got damn Rosario
because
Dawson playing her.
No, because in the animated series she's underaged. So I'm not.
All right, man. Oh, okay, sorry. So, okay, well, let me put this in a different way. On the Tanner, on the Ashoka in the live action Ashoka series.
What I'm getting at as because the live action came out, the cards skyrocketed in price, so they're like in the hundreds now. And I bought.
Oh,
them for
shit.
$20. I bought them for like $20 back in the day.
Damn. Are you interested in playing Star Wars Unlimited, that new TCG they got? I know some people in this community are playing it, and I think the game artistically looks like complete dog shit, but I am interested in it.
Yeah, that's my feeling. That's my feeling about it. I'd like to try it out because I like card games. I play a lot of Magic, but it has to draw me in with the art. It does. It's so true. And that's true of sports. I think we're in the hand-holding club there of, I think, all of this stuff. If the art ain't fire, there's really no reason to be in it, you know? That's,
I mean, again, going back to this one. This just looks cool.
That's cool. And show the one that has Geico in the background, man. That one's really cool.
Yeah. And that's just like, I mean, that's the other thing with sports cards. And I think you're starting to see it with like Magic more, but they'll have like different like parallels of the same card. Yeah. And they'll have like numbered parallels. And like pulling a card, like I've pulled like one of one card before, and it was like a college basketball set, and it was Bradley Beal, but it was like, and so it's probably worth like $25.
I don't know what that means. So he's not good.
This is like the coolest. Well, he's like good, but it's like college basketball.
Yeah, right.
Like, no one really, you know. But when you see like it's a one of one, it's like, oh my God.
I know, that is cool. You're like, I own the only. Yeah. It's like that. There's that Lord of the Rings One Ring Magic card that's worth like thousands.
That Post Malone bought for like $2 million.
I forgot that Post Malone fucking loves Magic. Yeah.
I think that guy could have got a better deal.
And you're like, damn, I could lift off some Max Muncy sweat from this thing. I don't know what that means.
Well, I'll say this to Zeke. A big problem with a lot of sports cards now, especially during the pandemic, is there's like overproduction. Like a lot of the jerseys are like, it'll say on the back like, this is not from any specific game or event, and so it'll just be like a piece of a jersey that never even came close. It wasn't even in the same room as the player. So what you'll get is game
it's just
used.
It's just like they took it from the store and cut it up.
Literally, that's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. That's legitimately what it is. So like this. So this one right here, right? I have this one right here. This is Simon Evanson. I would bet. Okay, yes. So this is not game used, but it's player worn, which means when he was signing all of these. By the way, he didn't even sign the card. He signed the sticker on the card. That's another point of contention.
Right.
He was wearing the jersey while he was signing the cards, and then he'll take the jersey off and they'll cut it up.
Do you think they wash them?
I hope not.
They better not. That's why you want that stank on them. That's why you're hoping you get one of them stinky underpit pieces, right, Stefan?
Yep. That's right. Yep.
All right, Spence, before we let you go, what is it about Ashoka that really calls to you? Ahsoka. Why do you like her so much? I honestly ask you, this isn't a gotcha moment.
I just thought it was a cool character back in the day, okay?
Okay, all right. I mean, I could see you're getting a little defensive, and if you want to fuck her, that's fine. All right, thank you, Spence. Have a great rest of your night. It's fine. What? We're supposed to live in a world where, as a teenager, we didn't watch cartoons and want to fuck some of the cartoons.
God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
I'm on the collectible website.
You want to go there, Tanner? You want to talk about it? Yeah, I know you don't. So keep quiet. Tanner's been doing something really crazy, huh?
I'm on the collectible website.
Well, what'd you say, Stefan?
Me?
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No, sorry. I'm on the collectible website, and I'm reminded of. This is not sports cards. You remember when? And it's still a thing. It's not as big, but this is another thing that sort of peaked in the pandemic. Was people buying like graded video game boxes?
Oh yeah. Now that, and this is where I really have to go.
Scam.
This is the same. Oh, not with the game in it, just the box.
No, I think the game is in it. It's like unopened, but that was like legitimately a scam because I think there was like an auction house where like people were like colluding basically to like
Whoa.
raise
To
the
drive up
prices on
prices?
stuff. To drive up prices, yeah.
I know that like the original like Super Mario Bros. For NES sold for like an ungodly amount of money, like a perfect 10.
It
that-
did, but that was one of the ones where it was like all of a sudden it started selling for like $1 million more than anyone expected.
Yeah.
And then like the market like spiked and now it's like collapsed again.
Of course. I mean, that's what's so funny. It's like I always wondered at collectible because the writing was so fucking on the wall where it was like, well, as soon as the pandemic's over, this shit is all gonna crash. But like, do you think that I do think they know that because their whole fucking scam is literally like getting venture capital money and then moving on. Yeah, they don't really care. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, the sports card market definitely collapsed, but it's like you can still, if you get a good card, you can still sell it for decent money.
I mean, also, like, for example, it's died down a lot now, but like 6 months ago, the One Piece fucking market was insane and everything has like now halved in value because it was just like, it's also now what's weird is, okay, this is interesting. So a big thing that was happening in One Piece is people were showing up at the regional events and like the big tournaments. Tanner, cool it. Or I'm gonna fucking say it. All right. Like 6 months ago, there was this problem, and it's still kind of a problem, where like guys that didn't play it but were just making money off it would show up at like tournaments because you'd get like a tournament pack for entering.
Right.
And the cards inside would be worth like hundreds of dollars. So it was this whole thing where it was like there would be these tournaments where like no one could play in them because it would be all guys showing up to do that and then leaving immediately. So then the tournaments there's supposed to be like 100 people were like 10, and like once they had them signed up, they couldn't sub someone else in by like the rules of it. So it's like, yeah, it's crazy. It's so crazy. And I was all right. Yeah, but now it's died down a lot. I mean, there's still really expensive cards, like you're saying. There's the parallels and like alt arts. Like it's all about the alt arts. Like I pulled an alt art that was $210, and I immediately sold it to buy like cards I wanted to like play with.
Yeah, that's exactly it. The smart thing to do. And I'm stupid. I'm probably gonna buy a box of cards tomorrow because the new the new set releases tomorrow. But it's like, and I don't want to say smarter because it's stupid. Obviously, it is smarter in the context of compared to buying a box of the cards and getting nothing you want and getting nothing of value. It's much smarter to just buy the guys you want.
Definitely.
If you're gonna do anything.
Over and over again, they say, well, you should buy singles, and then but
buying singles is great. Don't get me wrong. I love doing it.
But you want to open
it's
the card
great because you can
pack.
buy the graded card already. You don't have to send it to get graded. You know what you know what I mean? It's so opening packs of cards is so fucking fun.
It's great,
God,
man. And you're talking to someone. I've got 2 boxes of every One Piece set for the next 4 sets pre-ordered. So it's not. I mean,
it literally is gambling.
It is. I'm trying to remember when we went to Vegas. Did you gamble? Are you a gambler at all like that or no?
I did. I think one of the video blackjack things or something, or
so not really.
Some sort of, but not really. No.
Yeah.
I remember we were at the table and there's all the ladies dancing.
Yeah, it's Circa, man. Yeah, and they look really kind of sad, and you're like, they
did not want to be there.
There's this hotel in Vegas where we're talking about called Circa that's in Old Vegas, and it's nice, but they're like clearly they're like the guy who runs is like, yeah, and the selling point is like the dealers also sometimes get up on the tables and like dance, but all of them are like clearly like 100-yard stare thinking about anything else in their life, barely dancing, and it's like it's horrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good. It's not good. All right, we got another call. Hello, caller Jakey. Welcome to the show.
What's up, Jakey?
Jakey. What's up?
How's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, so I have so I was a basketball card guy as a kid.
Okay.
And a Magic the Gathering guy. But so when my parents moved out of the house I grew up in, they were cleaning out like the garage and everything, and they found all these old cards that we'd never gotten rid of. And with the Magic cards and like Pokemon cards or whatever, my friend had like a place he knew I could sell them at. So I sold all of them and got like a bunch of money, which was cool. But I have all these basketball cards that I still have, and I have no idea what to do with them. And I have no idea if they're worth any money. But they're just sitting on my bookshelf in my apartment.
Okay.
And these are like, so this would have been when I was probably like 8 or 9. So it's all 90s, early 2000s. A lot of Gary Payton cards.
Okay.
Got a signed Tony Delk.
Okay.
We're talking, I mean, we're a lot of players who I had completely forgotten existed, like Nick Van Exel.
All right.
Bud Webb. But I just don't, I mean, Luke, it sounds like you might know a spot. Like, where the hell can I unload these things so they don't just sit here?
I mean, I can only tell you from one piece, but you could go to a lot of sports card stores, like card stores buy singles. You just have to figure out what percentage they're going to buy it at. So it's like, if you sell it online, you can sell it for market, right? But then you have to like mail it to someone. Like there are sites where you can post it. I mean, literally on eBay. And if it's popular, you can sell it. But I don't really like to do that because it's so fucking annoying. But if you go to a store, if you find a good one, you can sell it for like probably like 80% market value because they won't buy it at 100% because they want to make profit. And it's kind of like they're buying it. They're being like, well, you're using our market. It's almost like a pawn shop in that way. But you just have to find a store with a good split. Like I was at a place this weekend where the split was they were only giving 50% of the value. And I did it anyway because I'm impulsive and I wanted new cards. So I sold them all. But I shouldn't have done that because there's places you can go where they'll leave you like 70, 80%. And that's, to me, the easiest way because that way it's like you just can do it all in one go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can also just do eBay. Like that's where I've sold most of my cards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
If you have a really expensive one, do
like
that.
search for the specific card on there to see like what it's sold for in the past, what people are asking for it. But you could also probably do like one big lot of the cards too on eBay and get like, something decent for it probably.
Yeah.
I mean, so I've got them in those, those when you used to be able to like, you put them in a binder and they've got like the sleeves and the sheets. So they're all in those and there are like, probably like 40 of them, 40 sheets of them. So I just got to figure it out. I got a rookie Gary Payton, Fleet 91. Ooh, he's got hair in this one.
That could be, yeah. I mean,
I have no idea.
Do you have any LeBron James stuff or like Topps
No,
Chrome
this
stuff?
was I stopped before he was in the league. I was at LeBron's first ever NBA game.
That's cool.
He played the Kings in Sacramento, but
Wow.
yeah, I sadly no LeBron's. I have what might be a signed Hakeem Olajuwon card, but it might be a fake signature.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. The thing is with like the Magic cards, there were just so many of them and they were from also when I was a kid. So I think they probably had gotten more value and I think it wound up being like $1,300 for them. And so I'm also at the point where I'm just like, if somebody gives me like $20 for all of these cards, I'd be like, yeah, it's better than nothing.
Well, I would say don't do that. Yeah, I would.
No, for sure.
Yeah. I think what you can do is you can look them up by the there's always like a number of like the set number. Like in One Piece, it's like OP07-167 or whatever. And if you look it up by that, it's really easy to find them in their market price. And just before you do that, look it up because you never know, and you might have something that's worth like a weird amount of money for some stupid, dumb sports guy reason that you don't know, right, Stefan?
Yeah, I think Luke is right in that you don't want to. You could just sell them all for, $20 if you wanted to, but it sucks because you kind of have to do some work to do like research on everything.
Yeah.
But that can be kind of fun too, right?
Yeah.
And finding out like, oh, this is actually worth something.
Got a top stars spotlight Tracy McGrady on the Magic.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I definitely don't. I imagine they're worth more than I think they are.
Right.
But yeah,
you'd be surprised. It depends on like the set they're from, also.
That's why sports cards are crazy.
What set you from, of course.
I have a bunch of Zenny cards.
Okay, yeah.
Sports cards are crazy too because there's like so many different manufacturers and they're all like vying for the license, right? And so it'll like switch around like this. Right in this era, Prism has the NBA license, but they didn't in the 90s or whatever, right? So they have to like do weird shit. Like you know what I'm talking about?
All like the top stuff from like the early 2000s, then like Upper Deck from the 90s, and then, it's Panini has had NBA stuff for the last little while, but I think it's going back to Topps like next year or the year after.
So what do they do? Do they make their own shit cards, or they just not for that time?
So what they'll do is they'll have unlicensed cards, which suck ass, and so that'll be like they'll go to like the Players Association or like the individual players, and they'll get like autographs from them, or they'll sign their rights away. But it'll be like Allen Iverson, but he's not wearing like a Sixers jersey. He's wearing like a Sixers jersey, but they've like photoshopped out the logo. So he's wearing like a blank jersey. And it sucks.
That sucks.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. That sucks.
Brutal.
All right, well, Jakey. The last thing I want. Oh, yeah, please.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we still talking about what cartoon characters we were horny for as kids?
Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
You remember in Dragon Ball Z, in the storyline with Cell, there were the androids and there was the female android?
Yeah, Android 17, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one for me when I was like 9.
Did her marrying Krillin like did it like give you hope? You were like, damn, even a guy like that can get a girl like that.
Yeah, man, and I am very now. I'm basically just Krillin.
Yeah, well, I think you're talking to two men that are also basically just Krillin. So yeah,
that's true. But hey, so we could marry a baddie android.
Yeah,
right.
and she could have a kid too. So that shit's working, right? All right, see you, Jakey.
All right, see ya.
Bye.
Tanner, that scared me,
Android's
man.
pussy works.
Yep.
Ready for the segment?
All right, let's do the segment, Tanner. Tanner's got a segment. Tanner's got a segment. Tanner's got a segment.
Maybe I'm gonna watch some Dragon Ball after this.
What am I?
So good.
I want to watch. Dude, you're still not playing Dark and Darker, right? All right. So what does it say, Tanner? Yeah. Why? Okay, yeah, make it smaller. You got it, man. Why I don't really give a damn give a damn but out no damn sports cards. Okay, all right, great. And why is there a reason there's a picture of Stefan in the left part?
No.
Did you add that?
Yeah.
Okay. What? I guess why? Here, get a mic, Tanner. Get a mic.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Tanner.
Hey, Tanner.
Okay, yeah, I added it because I guess he's kind of the target of this slideshow.
Okay, gotcha. That makes sense. All right, so let's learn about why Tanner don't give a damn about no damn sports cards.
Yeah. Well, they're mostly for Grandpa.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Is that a dig at us or at Stefan because he's old?
Well, no, it's I've only ever heard Grandpa talk about the sports cards.
Okay.
It's honestly, like if I go to a sports card show, the first time I went to a sports card show was the first time I was like, oh my God, you can be like 75 years old and autistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel that way. My version of that is when I went to an anime convention for the first time. When I was 14, and I went to the shop, and there was a shop only selling imported hentai, and the guys that ran it were the two most disgusting 70-year-old men I had ever seen. I was like, damn, these are the OGs. Like these guys, these two, whoo. This guy had the craziest looking nose I ever seen, basically looking like a damn Popeyes character, and he was selling the shit out of that hentai, man. You're like he was getting that when it was real smut, not like, oh, I like this and I kind of weirdly got into it.
They fought against Japan in World War II.
And he learned.
And that's how they found out.
He was literally over there. It was like, oh, I kind of like all these cartoons and naked Astro Boy characters. Yeah, that's really real. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
Real athletes think all this stuff is lame, I think.
Yes, that's true. Right, Stefan?
Yeah, there's some. Occasionally, you'll get like a pro player who's like, I'm into sports cards and stuff, and it's like, no,
I
They're
think
like
it's cooler when
supermodels.
that sucks. I think it's cooler when a sports guy is like, I'm into Naruto and I like learned too much from Naruto and that's why I'm like addicted to working out or whatever. Like I respect that more than being like, I've got pictures of all my friends, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, real athletes would probably laugh at someone like that.
Yeah, definitely.
What does it really do to further my career at all? Because on the trajectory I'm on right now, I'm kind of just focused on my work and my craft, and I just don't see them affecting that positively.
Well, Tanner, I think you've hit the nail on the head here. Is I think you're talking to two people that, you know, you hit 30 and things slow down. You kind of got your like self figured out, and you look around and you go, well, what else I got in my old noggin? And it's
I just need to buy some stuff.
I need to buy some.
But you don't want to get to that point.
You don't want to get. That means something bad happened, but it will happen to you. Okay.
Paper cuts. Youch.
They don't really give you paper cuts, man.
Well, maybe
You ever
they
go
do.
to
They're in like a container.
Yeah. And even when you get them raw, they're cardboard. You ever gotten a paper cut from cardboard?
Yes. And to get stitches.
You had to get
Actually,
stitches.
that is possible. You can get a paper cut from cardboard, and it can really fuck you
I
up.
had to get really
Really?
ragged, 9 stitches.
Yeah.
Y'all pathetic. What are you talking about? All right.
I could rip that shit in half so easy.
But dude, that's the
But
thing.
not again. It's in the not these ones. Though.
Well,
This
that's
is
not
in
a baseball card, is it? That's a baseball card in plastic. I'm talking about baseball cards.
What's up?
He got you there,
It's a baseball
Stefan.
card.
He
Yeah.
got you there,
Yeah.
Stefan.
Yeah,
That's not
no,
part
you're-
of the baseball card, a
He
piece
got
of
you there.
plastic.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
And also,
Come on,
like, if
man.
we're really going to go into it, if I took, like, I probably, literally, even if I just did a closed fist and smashed really hard down on that, I could probably break it, right?
Yeah. I think if you tried, you probably could.
Like, if I
They're pretty
really,
solid.
like, obviously, if I used a hammer or, like, a big knife or scissors or
Yeah.
something, but I'm talking about, like, if I just, like, close palm,
Yeah.
put it on the
You-
kitchen table, and with all my might, all my weight into it, slammed it probably would get fucked up, right?
Yeah, but you might fuck up your hand too.
Yeah, but I'd fuck up the card, and I get blood on the card, which would also fuck it up.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Flammable.
Yes, dude.
Simply something I worry about.
Well, that's why people keep a lot of people keep them in safes. That's what I learned working at Collectible. A lot of the weirdest men you ever know are like, I have a secret safe in a P.O. box near my house, and I keep all my Babe Ruth cards there. You know.
Yeah.
So
And they can't burn there, I
they
guess.
can't burn there because they suck the oxygen out when it starts burning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's smart of them, I guess. I'll delete this slide. My boss told me
Aw,
these are so
man.
much cooler.
Come on, man. What is that picture from?
From around, I think 2 years ago.
Why did
What kind
I
of
say
jacket is that? No, Luke. This is gonna come across as an insult. Is that looks like Mikey Miles' jacket?
No, I know it looks like it's like a bomber flight jacket, but it's a Dickies like outdoor jacket that just has that lining.
Okay. It does. I'm gonna bring up a picture of Mikey.
All right,
Miles.
bring up a picture of Mikey because I don't think it's the same. I don't
Mikey
think it's
Miles
the same.
jacket. I mean, I don't know.
Let me see it. Let me post it in the chat. Bring it, and then Tanner, you click the link and bring it up on screen.
Okay, hold on. He calls it the
chat or
swag
Discord?
jacket. I'll post it here in the chat.
Yeah.
In the Twitch chat.
No. Okay, it's not that. It's not that. That's what I knew you were gonna think it was. It's more like a Dickie. It's less that. Whoa, welcome in Raiders from Nate and Dean. Welcome. We're talking about Mikey Miles' jacket, whether or not I have one. No, hold on. I'm gonna show you what the jacket is. 'Cause I'm gonna be slandered like this. Do you know that I know someone that went to acting school with Mikey Miles?
What?
Is that crazy? My friend, it's a dude I know in New York who's a comedian, who's like an alt comedian who knows a lot of people I know. I think they went to like Hunter College acting school tomorrow or something.
Oh my god.
Or tomorrow.
I need to hear everything about
You know, I don't know. I mean, he certainly was. He's old too, is part of it, right?
He's level 38, I think.
Okay, wait. What was I doing? I'm pulling up. Why'd you?
You're looking at Mikey Miles' Instagram?
No, I'm trying to pull up a picture of my jacket.
Okay. It looks like you're playing Snake right
Well,
now.
no, that's not me. That's Tanner, man.
Okay.
He's sort of getting, I think because he's been here all summer, he sort of thinks he's got the run of the fucking place or something. All
He
right.
looks
I'm
pretty
just
good at this.
bored, dude. I'm just fucking bored.
All right. I literally found the jacket.
Send it. I'll
Okay.
put it up.
All right, dude. Chill. All
Put it in
right.
chat.
Does Dan treat you guys like this? Actually, I know he kind of does, right? Isn't that the whole thing?
I mean, Dan does his own thing.
Now, I'm not saying that it's a particularly cool jacket, but that is the jacket.
Okay.
Okay? It's not a Mikey Boy.
Great expression on that guy. Yep.
What is
This
this?
is what I'm wearing.
That's not, yep, here I am. Eat pussy, it's healthy. Damn, you got the cargo short. That's from 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Come on, man! No! It can't be from 2 weeks ago. They did
Also, I think he's wearing the shirt backwards.
They did have it in your size as a really funny diss, too. I really liked it.
There's a video of him. I mean, I made John and Will Weldon watch it on Block Party
Uh-huh.
like a couple weeks ago, and it's a video of him eating avocado, like he's eating pussy. I don't know if I think it's still on his. I think it is still on his page, but the top comment is, "I showed this to my therapist, and he said I could kill myself."
You gotta respect him, man. He's been in the fucking game longer than most guys like this. He's really been there, man. I mean, I've
He's
known
had his
about
ups
for,
and downs too, because I thought he was gonna be. I thought he had kind of fallen off.
Yeah. And then you see something like this and you realize,
Yeah, he's
nope.
been going fucking crazy recently.
Yep. He's really still crushing it. All right, Tanner. And I just want to point out that box of Romance Dawn would probably retail for about $300. So that's a bit about out of my price range, but I'd love to get my hands on it one day.
That is
How many
not
pa-
out of
how
your
many
price
packs in
range,
there?
dude.
24.
Wow. Okay. And then
But-
how many per pack?
12 per pack. You're probably getting like
12 per pack.
you're probably getting about 3 to 4 cards a box that are worth anything. And then like some of them might not be worth like $8.
12 per pack.
But what you really want is the manga rare. That's the sort of the grail card, as they call it, Stefan.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's like the product hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Conclusion. Yeah, I think all these sports cards belong in a place like this.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
In the spokes of
But
in the
that's
spokes
cool.
of a bike
That's
wheel.
cool, right? Or that's not a sports card. That's a sticker of Obama that says "Believe." Did you think he was an athlete?
No, it's there's only so many documented photos of people putting.
I mean, there's like,
I
there's
find
a
that
lot
hard.
of them, I think.
Yeah, I
You look
really
at,
find that hard to believe.
Baseball cards in spokes.
I gotta be honest. I'm 100% sure there's not just
there's like
5.
thousands.
Yeah, and yet you picked an Obama picture to make your point.
One of them, it doesn't even look like there's a card in there.
Yeah, it's just kind of spinning around.
Well, there's a card if you look close, but not everything I do has to be put under a microscope.
Well, I kind of think it does if you're going to come with the. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this is we're kind of watching it and thinking about it. So what do you don't want me to point out things in the presentation you made?
No.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tanner, for your incredible segment. You really crushed it today, dude.
That was good. That was really good.
No, you don't have. If it isn't good, don't tell him it was good.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Listen, you heard how his voice went up, right? Oh, no. Put that down so I can see Stefan's thing. Yeah, I know. You're fucking it up. That's okay. All fucking summer he's been doing this job. Still doesn't really know how the computer.
Shut up!
Can you pull up? Can you make? Can you make Stefan? Can you put Stefan's window in front of the camera? Thank you, man. Get It's sort of like if I have to ask him to do it, Stefan, why don't I just do it myself? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Well, we got another call coming in. Hello, Dunkachino. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you so much. How do I sound?
You sound great.
Sound good?
Perfect.
Going back to something that Jakey brought up in the call before the OK segment, I guess. Fnatic bought the rights to the NFL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball's players. and then they couldn't get the full Major League Baseball rights, so they just bought up the Topps. They own Topps now. They didn't get the NHL, but they will have the NHL jerseys next year. So this is more for Stefan. Will Fanatics do a better job at printing trading cards on pieces of toilet paper, or making hockey sweaters out of the same toilet paper?
All right,
That's a really good question.
And I'd like to just point in I'm realizing in real time. Why didn't I think for a second the fucking people that watch the Go Off Kings aren't just as autistic about sports cars as the two hosts of the fucking show? Oh, I don't know. Will they be able to make the... Yeah, go ahead, Stefan.
I will say I think the jerseys might actually be okay because they're still using the same factory in Montreal that they used to make the previous jerseys, and they're selling like 3 different levels of jerseys. There's like the super cheap ones, which are gonna suck ass. The replica one, or there's one step up, and they're gonna be okay. And then there's ones where it's like the jersey's like $450, and it's like authentic and has the fight strap and everything. That should be okay, I think. I think they're gonna fuck up the cards like big time. The cards are gonna be so. I think they're gonna.
What are they gonna do? Put the fucking pictures of the little men upside down? I mean, what do you mean they're gonna fuck up the cards?
Legitimately, I think it's gonna be really bad because Panini's whole problem is that they got like really far behind on stuff, and so they had to like rush production, and there were all these like printing errors, like really bad centering on the card, so it's not gonna get a good grade. You know, the cards themselves were like damaged. I think you're gonna see that like times 1,000 with Fanatics.
And now I got one for Luke, because I think he's probably the better expert on this one.
Thank you.
I only have, outside of a couple of baseball cards that I just think are cool, I have 2 cards that I think might be worth something. And by worth something, I mean they look cool to me. I don't think they're cool to anyone else. But Upper Deck didn't get included in that. They're their own company. They have the NHL rights. And in 2008, they produced 2 trading cards for the Subway Corporation. So the 2 cards that I have in a frame on my wall are 2 Jared Fogle, the Subway guy, 10 years of eating fresh with Subway Upper Deck trading cards. If you guys want to look it up, the Upper Deck code is Romeo Quebec Golf 9 Quebec. I can't really find much of it on the internet. It seems like most of them have been scrubbed. There's one that's autographed and PSA, like they've like I guess checked to make sure it's a real autograph for like $2,000 on eBay right now.
Yeah, it's 2,700 Canadian. I'm looking at it right now.
That's really and it's got stats on the back.
Mine aren't. Yeah, so I can read off the back.
Stats? Wait, what are the stats?
Jared fun facts. Favorite sport to play? Tennis. Favorite sport to watch? Pro football. Second favorite Subway sandwich? The Subway Club. There's also random acts of fitness for kids, and fitness in the literal sense. But yikes, yogurt is alive. It's true. Yogurt has teeny tiny organisms called active. I don't know how that's a fitness. That's a snack. And then the other fitness act is you should build your bones. So.
Yeah, he loved that part.
Luke, what do we think about these cards here? What do we? You're sort of the expert in the topic. So.
That's a really great question. I'm just going to say it one more time. It is interesting that Jared wanted to build little kids' bones, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. I would like to buy this card off of you, and I want you to tell me how much you would sell it for.
I don't. That's the thing. I would love to like send this into PSA, but then I was reading their guidelines and like we have the right to just not send you back the card and not grade it. So it's like.
Oh, and they probably would do that because it's a card of a known pedophile. Is that what you're worried about?
Yeah,
well, but they're still grading Wander Franco cards. So.
Oh man.
Who's that?
Well.
All right, I don't want to know. Yeah.
He's very, very popular baseball player, very good rookie player, and so his cards were like extremely expensive. And then some bad stuff happened.
That's kind of like Jared. He was a really popular. He was sort of a rookie when it came to losing weight, but then Subway showed him the way, and then some bad stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Uh huh.
Okay, now to I think that's Zeke in there saying that it's on the wall. It's not on the wall. It is just like in a frame. This is not something that we can.
It is framed though.
Publicly.
Did you frame
it? It is not. So I didn't have anything. How do you display two of these cards? So I bought one of those frames that you put like a dollar bill in, so you can see the front and the back of the dollar bill.
Right.
But it's just two Jared Fogle cards sitting in there.
Okay. And where is it sitting in your house now? I do think that's an important question. So you said it's not on the wall. I believe you said
on the front door.
Yeah. It's like a mezuzah, but instead of to call other Jews, it's to call other pedophiles. All right. But where is it in your house?
So it's sort of it's in my bookshelf, but it's just like you gotta like pull it out like a book, so you can't see it. It's in the bookshelf.
And when you pull it out, that opens a door to like a secret.
If I had to make a guess, it's somewhere in between like the Bible and like a Thrasher magazine or something like that. That's probably the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah, Lolita probably maybe as well as maybe on that bookshelf. Here's a nice thought experiment, and I'd like us all to engage in. So imagine that you are, a potential sexual partner of Dunkachino, and you come over to the house, and there's two things that could happen. There's two sort of possible things. The first one is you come, it's on the wall, you see it on the wall. The second is you're looking through their bookshelf, and you're saying, oh, this Thrasher magazine, oh, Bible, and then you find a framed and graded pedophile card. Which do you think would be worse for the person in question?
If it's getting graded, it's going on the wall. That means.
I think it's worse if it's in the shelf.
I do too.
It feels like it's being hidden.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's shameful.
You got to
what part of it
imagine
is
though.
shameful?
You got to imagine though, I don't like to talk like this, so excuse me, but for pedophiles, Jared can't be like a figure they idolize. I mean, right?
Why?
He got caught. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's out of the. I'm just saying. I know that that's like not like but like it's like I'm just saying it's like
game.
I'm just saying. Oh, sorry, I got sports ball in the brain.
Sure,
I'm just saying it's like if you are going like, you know what I mean.
You would rather get the card of an active pedophile.
If I was not me, but someone who's like, I'm just saying.
It's kind of like that with sports, where the retired, like the veteran players, the retired players, sometimes their cards are worth less.
Right. Unless they're like MJ and they went out on top. Now,
Sure.
who's the Epstein pedophile?
For,
of course, say it with me, Jeffrey Epstein. He died when he was on top. That's why his cards are worth so much.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Dunkachino, thank you for calling in. I do appreciate it. I'm hearing Holly Luke Shapes has been canceled. Oh man, I really, it's.
You know what you should do? Buy the Jared autograph card, and that's the prize. Holly Luke Shapes.
You know what's so tough too is like the lady is so nice. She's setting up a Twitch. She's like, yeah, so just send me everyone's channel because I need to like kind of vet them and just make sure it's like all cool. And then I'm realizing maybe I'm not gonna pass that vetting process potentially.
It's gonna be hosted by someone else.
It's called Ollie Luke Shapes. They still make me have to make. They make me make everything, but I can't host it. All right, Dunkachino, thank you. Have a great rest of your night, and good luck with your Jared Fogle card.
Yeah, let us know how it goes.
Let us know how it goes. Okay. You guys know I don't like think about stuff like that was like a joke.
Yeah, I know that. I know that. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Like sometimes you know as like I'm kind of a satirist. You knew that, right, Stefan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like I'm.
Yeah. Can I pin post in here? Don't mind if I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. That's a good typo.
All right. Let me see. Oh, I can't. Okay. Puke my pants. What? What is this?
Welcome, Jared Defender. Thank you, Saris.
Food username. I guess I don't fully understand this, and I see it's Black Market Breast Milk.
Well, because it was supposed to be good username.
Food username. I see. Yeah, right.
Food username.
Right. Get Megan Keister to co-host at TwitchCon with you. There's a fucking idea. I can't really think of someone that probably just in sort of the idea of Twitch repulses them more than Megan Keister, but it would be nice to have her on. Thank you so much, Scotty B, for the tier 1 send to Black Market Breast Milk.
Sorry. That's so good, Z.
All right, hold on. Yeah, put it on.
Is that your alt, Luke? That's your alt account? That's your alt? That's you?
You know, I gotta hand it to Zeke. He's the master of finding the horniest weird guy comments. Maybe he's the best to ever do it, bro. Why didn't you put it on the screen? Yeah. Lol. Thank you, QAnon Israel, for the tier 1 sub. 3 months. Really need to not say that username during the vetting process. Awesome. All right, we got another call coming in. But P-Man, welcome to the show.
Hello.
You're on the air.
Hey, it's Butt P-Man. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, dude? How are you?
How's it going?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
You like sports cards?
I mean, not really, but I have a story about sports cards.
Great.
Okay.
Perfect.
So it's not very long, but it's probably one of the most like sadistic things I've done as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on. Before you start, think about. Okay, here's what I want you to say. Before you say this story, remember that my channel is getting vetted to host an event at TwitchCon.
No. I guess. Yeah, sadistic probably makes it sound really, really bad. It's not.
It does. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
So I was at Jared's house.
I think it was.
Sorry, Luke.
It's okay.
I think it was fucked up. But yeah, so as a kid, me and my brother collected baseball cards and like Pokemon cards and shit. And I don't think we had like anything good, but we had a lot. Like we bought like booster sets of like 2002 MLB Topps cards and shit. I wish I remembered what our fight was about, but my brother is a couple years older than me, and must have had a huge fucking fight because I was so pissed off to the point where I like went into his bedroom and like pulled out his binder that had like all of his cards in the fucking, you know, like the, what is it, like 9 on a page sleeves, front and back. My twisted ass pulled out every single one of those cards and ripped them in half.
Oh my god.
That's horrible, man. That's unforgivable.
It's no, for sure. I mean, like, I think I was like 8 or 9, but goddamn, I think about that every once in a while.
I don't care if you're 8 or 9. That's your brother. You don't do that to family. Okay?
Yeah. He's never talked to me since.
I wouldn't. It's family. It's family.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I know you probably think, you think I'm going to say, that's fine. It's not fine. Don't do that, guys. Okay? Don't do that.
I'm sorry, Luke.
It's okay, man. I love you. You're a great caller, but seriously, sometimes you just got to put your foot down on this morality stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jared stuff, the Jared card is okay, though.
Yeah. You think I could make that into a clip, or do you think I shouldn't have a clip up on my social media of me talking about convicted pedophile Jared Fogle? What do you think?
Well,
you could just like bleep out part of it to where it's like ambiguous.
Bleep out the word. Bleep out the name Jared Fogle. Oh God. What did your brother do after that happened? Did he hurt you?
No, but I know like he definitely went to my parents and they flipped out. I mean like.
Yeah.
It was such a fun because I ripped up his Pokemon cards too.
Well, that
Not
I mean
just
that's
the baseball.
I mean, did you rip up anything worth money in content? You remember which ones you ripped up?
No, I'm gonna guess there was zero value that I ripped up in the baseball cards.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother and I, we're getting Pokemon cards since about the inception of Pokemon. So
Those may have been worth
might have
something.
had
Yeah.
something, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
figured
everything else
out?
was fucking like.
I figured out a couple
just
years ago.
basic.
No, please, sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to say a couple years ago, I figured out my fucking shithead cousin stole all my good Pokemon cards.
My sister lost all my Pogs. When I was
Get this.
Pogs, by the way.
Pogs. Ugh. How many? Yeah, you could only probably handle one Pog at a time of the other kind, huh?
I don't think I can even handle one.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah. What are you gonna do with all that?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Why
I
can't
don't know.
It's Brat Summer. Why can't it be Pog Summer? You know what I'm saying? Why the hell can't it be Pog Summer, man?
Yep.
Man, if it was Pog Center, I'd lose my job.
Yeah, I'd be out there respecting those ladies. But all right, but P man. Well, it's great to hear from you. Take care.
All right,
Thank you.
fellas. You have a great night. Thank you.
Good night.
You know, usually there's a very little chance of a woman calling into this show, but I think tonight it's a 0% chance.
What if you change the subject to Jared?
You think that would do it?
It might. I think it's actually likelier than the sports cards thing.
Yeah, because they'd probably have something to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could say, because you could call in and say bad things about him. Right?
My older brother used to collect insulin for his diabetes, but I went into his room and broke all his files. But yeah, I'm not gonna go back too hard on the cousin thing, but he did end up having kind of a hard life, but he's doing better now. So, dude, if you're watching, I'm glad you've turned it around. You know what I mean, Stefan?
Yeah. I am looking up Jared on eBay again.
It's $2,000 is not bad.
Oh, you can get a full-size cutout of him.
How much?
Oh wait, this is a mini one. This is $30, but let's see if there's
I want full size.
cutout. Life-size cutout, $110. There's 22 people watching this. That's so
Red
so
flag
funny
the
to put that on your
card.
watch list.
Red flag the card, green flag the cutout, though. You know what I mean? Because if you're going to do it, go big. Unlike Jared, who went small with his waistline. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we got another call. Hello, caller. Good friend Jake, welcome to the program.
What's up, Jake?
Hey, Stefan, how am I coming through?
A little muffled, like you're in a freaking submarine, man. Yeah,
Well, that's not.
Yellow submarine. Yellow submarine.
That was good, Luke. That was really good.
You there, Jake?
Yeah, what's up?
There we go.
What's up, man?
Am I legible?
Yeah, you're
Yes.
audible.
Okay. I'm calling in about the topic.
Okay.
So some of the cartoons I was 24 as a kid, Kim Possible,
Okay.
Shigo from Kim Possible,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the redhead from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Frankie.
Yep. So yeah, I knew my man Luke had it.
Yeah.
The goth chick from Total Drama Island.
Don't know her name, but I've looked at pictures of her.
Oh. Pretty good.
How the fuck did they make a show that show is crazy? Luke, you were too old for Foster's. Well, if we get into the timeline of when I was watching what shows when, you're going to be rudely surprised by how baby world my life was. And that, my friend, is called being an only child. You don't have an older sibling to go stop watching Hamtaro, you're 15. So, what I was going to say about Total Drama Island is it's very horny. It's strangely horny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the characters are like teens. It is a very horny. It's weirdly horny for a kids show.
Yeah. Tanner, what are
It's
you
a
laughing
Canadian
about?
show?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Premiered on Canada on Teletoon in 2007.
Well, that makes sense. I mean, that
That's what's
kind of
up,
puts
dude.
it all together. Tanner,
Wait, Luke, you watched this? This premiered after I graduated high school.
And that
What
was a
year did it
ago?
premiere? What year did it premiere?
2007.
Oof, that's freshman year for me, and yet I totally knew what he was talking about the second he said it. So that's sort of a taste of what I was talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. I was keeping that shit on the DL though, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I watched Arthur a little too long. Tanner's
how
just
late did you
looking
watch
at
Arthur?
Tanner has a part of Windows that I don't usually have open, which is, you know, on Windows if you hit the start icon, you can just like it'll show you random news articles. Do you know what I'm talking about? Never seen anyone in my life use that function of this computer before. Any computer really. He's just kind of scrolling through, looking at this is most comforting Sonic games is one of the things up there, so that's cool.
Well, it's like an algorithm, right? So it's like like targeted to.
Well, not if you don't use it. All right. All right. Did you see what I did? You guys saw what I did, right? I was getting dogpiled on. I literally bully styled it, and I flipped the script on his ass. That was clean too.
You
That was clean.
watched Arthur though? How late did you watch Arthur?
Shit, like 12, like too old for Arthur.
Okay.
That could be worse.
Maybe 13.
Didn't you watch
that's fine. I think.
like 15?
I was watching iCarly when I was 15. In my defense, I had a big crush on Jeanette McCurdy, and she was my age when I was watching it.
So that's fine.
So that's normal.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember when I was growing up, the Pirates of the Caribbean movies were really big, which I'm sorry because that ages me down really badly. And so for that, I apologize. But I remember like when I was growing up, Keira Knightley in those movies, I thought she was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And then like recently someone was like, she was 17 in the first movie. And I was like, well, I was 5 when it came out, so it's actually fine.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Apparently
though.
she was 17 when they were filming the first movie.
That's like how fucking Mila Kunis was 15 and she like lied and had her first kiss on television.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
That's not good.
wild.
Luke, did you watch Totally Spies? What the fuck do you think, Zeke? I watch that shit every day. Horny French cartoon with a beautiful... It had all 3 types of women. Brunette, blonde, and redhead. Yeah, I was basically going insane for Totally Spies, my man. Yep. Watch
And Total Drama Island also had like 3 types of women. Goth and 2 others.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll take your guys' word for that because I
Goth, brunette, and blonde.
Yeah, it really was tough hearing Stefan say the phrase. This came out the year I graduated high school, though. I'm not. That one's gonna stick. I think that one's gonna stick. Now, Jake,
Luke and the 25-year-old Zoomer, they can connect on Total Drama.
That's why I say I'm kind of a Zoomer because I like I'm a bit underdeveloped mentally, so I like things that Zoomers like.
People have been saying you're like the Gen Z Dan 9. I've been hearing that lately.
Okay.
I have also heard that. To back up Jake, I've heard that too.
Don't tell it. Olga used to write Danny Phantom fan fiction. Now she's a TV writer. Well, I recently remembered that I wrote one piece of fan fiction, and I wrote one chapter of Rayman fan fiction when I was 12.
Rain Man?
No, don't post it because we might do something with it. Rayman, not Rain Man.
Rain Man?
Yeah, I wrote Rayman. No, Rayman. Rayman.
That's awesome.
Rain Man?
Rayman. You know Rayman?
Oh, Rayman. Yeah. Okay.
Rayman.
I was picturing Rain Man, and they're counting cards, but they're at Circa, and so he's distracted by all the dancing ladies.
Oh, and I wrote,
You know?
but yeah, I wrote that when I was 12. Dude, this is like a Berenstain Bears kind of thing. How the hell did I predict the dancing Circa ladies 20 years earlier? You know what I mean? Based on the fucking game with Total...
They didn't predict anything, did they? They're different.
I guess I don't really know how it worked. Oh, man. I also really wanted to fuck the Kanker sisters in Ed, Edd and Eddy. That is for sure. And I know that wasn't the point of those characters, but I thought they were all sex. Talk about the 3 type of women, red, brunette, and blonde. The one that was really into Double D, I had the biggest crush on.
That's awesome.
Hello?
I'm just looking them up.
I when I was like 14 or
Blue hair.
13, I wrote Percy Jackson fanfic once.
That's kind of lit,
And
though, because you're the age where Percy Jackson was a bit after my time, and like I didn't really know about that stuff, you know. But I could see that going.
Yeah.
That popped off like in your
That
stuff.
was big.
Yeah, that's so weird, Tanner. You used to have dreams of having play dates with the Powerpuff Girls. Do you guys know about the thing that the like writer on the Powerpuff Girls reboot who kept writing himself in as like a hot 10-year-old? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. What?
It's really, his name is Sanjay, I believe his name of the character. He was a writer on the reboot who like wrote multiple episodes where he was like a strong kid. And he I think got fired eventually.
What?
Yeah. Crazy.
Is that good?
I don't think
I looked up Sanjay on the Powerpuff Girl wiki, and it just says he loves playing football.
Interesting.
Yeah, maybe not reading this, hoping there aren't slurs. Powerpuff Girl writer Raisin makes Blossom fall in love with him. Yeah. There you go.
And that's a great way to round out the Jared Fogle episode.
What's the loud?
The creator of the Lad House got caught with I think Rule 34 of all the Lad House characters on his.
You know, this is something I learned because Katie's in animation, and Katie really early on when she was making her show made some crack about people are gonna draw porno of the characters, and then one of the people who works with her was like, hey, you really can't joke about that because most of the people who work in animation as storyboard artists at night are drawing porno of the characters they make. They are the ones who are creating the pornography. What? Isn't that crazy?
Oh, that's why it's so good.
Yeah,
I think that's beautiful.
They're because they sell it and stuff.
No,
so
that's why it works on me so well.
Yeah,
that's why it works on you so well.
That's why it makes me so fucking horny.
All right, Tanner. Jake, before you go, what's your favorite sports card?
Nice.
I don't have any sports cards. I'm a Pokemon guy. Sorry to say.
What's your favorite?
What's your favorite Pokemon card?
I actually got very stupidly I bought a 3-pack, a $30 pack of Pokemon cards at Walmart when I was there a couple weeks ago, and on the front it had a shiny Snorlax.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't remember Snorlax. Fuck.
Okay, was it actually
Snorlax
Snorlax, or was it one of the newer ones, and you felt embarrassed to say that you knew the name of one of the newer ones? Be honest.
Good question.
No. It was Snorlax. I'm just insanely high, and was trying not to say Munchlax, which is the one.
That's the baby one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's the baby one. That's right, Stefan.
Yep.
But I did get some of the new shitty ones like Rev or whatever. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna put that in the fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't even get it. Why was it $30 for one pack?
No, it was like 3 packs.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah. It was like 3 or 4 packs or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
please.
terminology is.
Please. All right. Well, that sounds nice. So thank you for calling in, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you. Have a good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Luke, can I post a link to a Rule 34 image in your chat?
Sure.
Okay. Make sure Tanner doesn't click on this.
Yeah, Tanner, don't click on it, please, because
Well, I can
This
click
is-
on it. I just want to show it on stream.
Okay.
I hope so.
This
I
is
hope
maybe
you-
my favorite picture ever.
Okay.
I think a lot of people in the chat know what this picture is.
I do fuck with Tweety just being down there, just sort of chilling.
Yeah, he's just hard.
This
Yeah.
is Luke with all his animals.
That's a way to talk to your boss, man. Why did they only
Telling
give...
your boss that he fucks his pets.
Tell me why Chris looked like Bugs Bunny on
Bro, they did Chris dirty at the store today, bro. At the pet store. They did him dirty.
Go get Chris.
Yeah. If you can find him, yeah, you can get him. Yeah, get him.
What's your favorite part of this picture? Because for me, I think it's that Daffy Duck has a human penis, if you look closely.
Uh-huh.
Or it's that they didn't finish shading in the head of Taz's cock properly. Or it's that Daffy Duck is just biting Porky Pig's dick. He's not even sucking it, he's just biting it.
I also here, can I tell you my favorite part? is that they're implying that Bugs' fur is actually some sort of like skin tight suit. Like it almost looks like it's like a dress he's wearing, like a sexy like sheen dress. You know what I mean?
Because his nipples, like the way, yes, I know what you mean.
But I think for me, it's Sylvester's foot being on top of Tweety's head for some reason. I really like that part. That part.
That's really good. Surplus value theory says, I've had friends stop talking to me after sharing this picture with them. It's such a good picture. I remember it was me and producer Dan and a friend of ours, former Block Party guest Adam Christie, who's a very funny comedian from Toronto. And we were at a bar, and I was just showing them all these pictures, and like people around us like 100% saw us, and we're like, "What the fuck are those guys doing?"
That's so crazy. Oh man.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
Crichton, don't say stuff like that.
It'll be me.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be me.
I think so. All right, let's see the boy. All right.
How's he doing? I saw
sleeping?
I saw a picture on Instagram of him.
All right, come here. I know, honey.
Oh.
Look at him. Look how they did my boy.
Oh,
Look how they did him. Look how
Oh,
they
no.
did him, dude. They freaked him. They fucked him.
No.
He looks like shit. If you got this cat, if you saw this cat, you would not adopt this cat, bro.
You would think it was sick. It looks like they shaved him because he was sick.
I know.
And they had to like cut him open.
I don't know. They fucked it. They actually fucked it. No, it was supposed to be a lion cut, and they fucked it because they didn't leave the mane. He does feel great. I mean, that's why we got it for him, SVT, so he would feel better.
I guess he's probably happy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. He's
Don't
like,
have that open. That's facing the camera. The photo.
oh shit. Good. All right.
Is it behind me? If you moved me up, the picture of the Looney Tunes
Yeah,
porno was on
definitely.
there?
It would have been on there. It would have been on there. I think he looks handsome. I don't think he does.
He looks like he caught on fire.
Yeah, but like in the cartoony way where he should be covered with like black soot. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like when a cat goes like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Hi, buddy. All right. They fucked my cat, man. I mean, how would you feel, Stefan, if they fucked your cat?
I would hate that.
I can see his fucking
I'll
nipples
get Kiki.
now, man.
Our cats can meet.
Yeah, great.
What I said about that Looney Tunes photo is not too different from Mickey saying, "Look at what they fucked my cat." Say again, bro. Pause. Let me see.
I think he might want to go back inside, but we'll have him meet Kiki really quick. Stefan's cat.
Here she is.
Oh, Kiki. Look.
Does it look like I'm Steven?
Okay, now hold on. Pass me, Chris. This is the last indignity we'll do to you today, Chris. I know. See it? Look, Chris. Okay. Do you want to throw him back in the house? Yeah. I think he's a little freaked. That was really nice, Stefan. Two guys that don't think they're on the autism spectrum holding their cats up silently to the mic. Yep.
It was cool that they met each other there.
Yeah, that was great. Chris is an insane name for a cat. I know his real name's Kirby, but we call him Chris. Why? I can't tell you. I don't know.
Kirby is a great name for a cat.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to call him, and then we started calling him fucking Chris and Chrissy for some reason. So now it's the only thing he responds to. I tried to get. If this was happening on a JOK stream, what is apoplectic? I don't know that word. Do you, Stefan?
Really, really angry.
Oh.
Be really angry.
That's kind of cool, man. I learned a new word today. All right. Well,
You know what? I'm gonna message Jesse right now. I think he's awake.
see if I'd like to get sort of like. You think you can get him on?
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. I'd like to learn about the kid. I know he definitely doesn't want to share any info about it in a public setting like this, but I still want to.
The kid is great.
You've seen the kid.
I've seen the kid. The kid is great.
Looking strong.
Yeah. I'm gonna click on this picture from I'm Thinking Darby's here.
I really like this picture. Did Disney himself draw this?
I feel like I've seen this before.
This is crazy.
That's really good.
This is really whoa. And Goofy's fucking mini, y'all. I cannot.
Yeah, that's right.
Dude.
Whoa. Hey, this brings a whole new meaning to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
All right. Well, on that note, Stefan, it's truly great to have you on the program.
Yeah, anytime. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it's a blast.
And thank you for being on Go Off Kings earlier too.
Of course. I mean, what a treasure it is to have such an awesome community of streamers where we're just kind of going back and forth on each other's streams like gangster style. You know what I mean?
We're going crazy on each other. You know?
Yeah, we're basically having an absolute nutso time.
Yep. And TwitchCon's gonna be so crazy.
Dude, oh man, because you're talking to people that go crazy when they're in public, and that's why they go on the computer all day. So that shit's gonna pop off. Yep. TwitchCon is gonna be really fun, and I'm very excited for it. Steven, thank you for being here. We're gonna raid Uncle Joe, and tomorrow I'm gonna play. Do you know about this game, Steven? That's like this Japanese company made a collection of mini games that are all.
Yes, all the ones you see in the ads.
Yeah, it looks
awesome.
funny. I'm gonna play it tomorrow on stream. I can't wait.
I would love to play that tomorrow on my stream. Unfortunately, I need to play more Shenmue 3. So
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
you have to do
really
that.
Fucking does.
What's gonna? I mean, you can do whatever you want, right?
No, I have to do this, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. Legally.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you tomorrow morning. And Stefan, any wise words about the collecting cards industry to take us out on?
I still think you should buy the Jared autograph card for
All right.
TwitchCon.
Thank you. And thank you for Crichton did for sorry for what I said. Oh, that's fine. I was just fucking with you. All right, bye. Stop the stream for me, brother. Steph.